Hello, back out again on my own, pointing to nothing. My son's at college, so where am I? Whew. I know, what am I? Tired out. I've only just started. I'm going straight up a hill. I am today going to a place called Graffham Down, which is on a hill. It's south of a village called Graffham. Yeah, I'm going to call it Graffham Up. It's lovely and empty, but oh my god, it's doing me in. I've only just started. Anyway, I'm in lovely woods, walking up the south side, and this is supposed to be the side that isn't so steep. So, thank God I'm not coming from the north side. Yeah, I've parked in Droke Forest car park, I think. No one there. Hence, so far, it's been completely empty. It is a weekday. Anyway, what am I doing here? I am working my way up to the hill to a place called Graffham Down, which I have heard is a natural, been there forever, historic meadow area, full of biodiversity. I hear there's at least 50 different kinds of flowers, grasses, plants, supports a load of wildlife. It's supposed to be just such an amazing area to go to, so I'm very excited. But first of all, I've got to negotiate this big hill, but it is very peaceful here. So I shall push on, catch you in a bit. I'm a bit further on, still working my way up. It has flattened out a bit. It's not quite so steep, so I can breathe and talk again. So yeah, it's really pleasant. This is just a wood going up the hill. I saw some signs. It's owned by the Forestry Commission. I'll give you a flick round in a minute. Yeah, one thing I thought I'd just mention, just for a bit of fun, I thought I'd do a little bit of a scoring system for my walks, so I will try and remember to do it. So I was like, what do I score it on? And you know, there's no point. I thought about mud. What's the point? It's not muddy in summer, it's muddy in the winter. So most places you go when it's been raining will be muddy. So things like that, it's not worth scoring. Yeah. So what I came up with, so I was just looking at something. What I came up with, was views. That's very much in the eye of the beholder. I mean, like here I'm loving the views, but it's in the middle of a forest, so I can't see that far. But I'm going to rate them out of 10. So views would be where you've got amazing vistas, something like that. Then I thought of biodiversity. So that encompasses everything like nature, wildlife. I think it's a case of where I'm going through processed land, which most of it is, you know, whether there's been any obvious efforts by, you know, landholders, farmers to do things like set-bys, where they leave a little bit of land to go rough, and they've maybe tried putting in hedgerows, getting rid of some of the barbed wire. So basically, you know, I'm not going to rate it on wildlife because, yeah, I'll be honest, I hardly see anything. If I see a rabbit once a walk, I'm lucky. So yeah, I call it biodiversity. So I'm going to rate that out of 10. Sketchiness was the next one I thought of. That's right, where I am now, here's an example. Really wide path, apart from it's on a slope, that is fully accessible. Don't have to bushwhack anything or anything like that. Whereas some places, as I say, I will stick to the footpath, so I'm not going to sketchiness doing access land or free roaming, but I'm talking about how easy it is on the paths on the walk. So, you know, sometimes I'll be going through a tiny little path and I'm having to whack through nettles and stuff. Strange enough, because I'm odd, I'm going to give a high rating to the more sketchy it is, because I like sketchiness. I like it being a bit rough and ready and tumbled. So you know, if you are looking for accessibility, as I say, I'm not doing any kind of, I guarantee if you've got a disability, this place is for you. But if you are looking for accessibility, the lower the score, the better on that one. And yeah, I came up with one more. So I thought this is universal, year round, cover everything. Solitude. How many other people? Like at the moment, not seen a single soul. A huge great wood going up a hill, completely empty, all to myself. The car park was empty. So yeah, at the moment it's scoring a 10 out of 10. But we'll see, because I know the top down bit's a bit more popular and there's a access from the north side. So yeah, I thought I'll do those 4 things for a bit of fun. I'll try to remember to score every walk once I've been a little bit in. Again, they're out of 10, so maximum score 40. Yeah, 4 questions. That'd be the maximum score. And then I'll still do my verdict, but it's just, video just cut off there. Maybe it's got an automatic ramble off switch. I was going on too much because it did sound rather long. Anyway, I was only going to say, yeah, it's just a bit of fun for me. Add a bit of spice, and if I don't remember, I don't remember, but I shall try. Yeah, so I'm pushing on. I don't even think I'm halfway up, but it is gorgeous. It really is. Okay, reached the top, so I'm now on Graffham Down. I have to say, after complaining about how steep it was, after that it levelled out and it became more of a gentle slope up. Anyway, I'm here. So now the bit we've been looking forward to. I want to see this beautiful meadow, downland meadow that's been here for hundreds of years, full of biodiversity. As I said, something like 50 different types of grasses and plants, full of butterflies, all sorts of wildlife. So the moment you've been waiting for, let me just flick it round. There we are. So, beautiful. Oh, where's the meadows? It's just all ploughed land, as far as the eye can see. No meadows. Well, if you want to see the meadows, you'd have to get hold of a time machine and come here in 1978, because it's gone, ploughed over. Sorry about that, it keeps flipping out. Yeah, it's ploughed over, because what happened was the lady who owned it retired and put it up for sale, and a couple of Dutch guys bought it to farm it. And when they were asked, why'd you buy it over here? Apparently they said the land was cheaper here than in Holland. Fair enough. So they went by the book, thought, oh, this is nice, we'll plough this over, plant, I think it was barley, but plant crops, make some money. So they went through the due procedure, applied and said, can we plough up the ancient meadowland, start planting stuff, get rid of everything there. And apparently the villagers of Graffham were absolutely horrified, protested, tried to stop it, but the system allowed it. So sure enough, 1979, meadows were all ploughed over. So what you see now is monoculture fields. No diversity, biodiversity or anything. It's very sad. I mean, it's still beautiful walk and beautiful areas, but it's just so sad it's all gone, and it literally is, as far as the eye can see, all gone. And the irony is we paid for it, or at least some of it. The way it worked was the taxpayer contributed to the costs of ploughing out and getting rid of all the original meadows to put in fields of crops. But there you go. I'd hope to think it wouldn't happen. Now that has happened everywhere since the war, all over the place. There's so many places like this, but we are a bit more environmentally conscious now, I would like to think, and I can't blame the farmer. Yeah, one of them came over, he spent his life over here farming, from what I gather, and I can't blame him. You know, Although I would like to think that nowadays maybe the people would have a different sort of thought process on it, or at least keep some of the biodiversity. The land on this side I don't think they own. That's why it's all trees. I think that's forestry commission. But yeah, there you go. It's sad. It's still a lovely place, still lovely up here, completely deserted. I haven't seen a single person since I set off. So at the moment, the solitude rating's 10 out of 10, we shall see. What I'm going to do is just carry on along here. I'll do a sped up one so you can see more of it. And then I cross over here, at some point I'll have lunch and then I start to drop back down. Okay, catch you in a bit. Cup of tea. Pate and salami sandwiches separately, and wagon wheels. Lovely jubbly. So, oh, there's somebody actually coming. First one in ages. I'm virtually at the end of the monoculture field. So I'm just carrying on. Sorry about that. I don't know why the video keeps cutting out. I'm having problems today. Anyway, quickly finish off. I'm carrying on along Graffham Down, and there's Graffham barrows, which are old burial mounds. I'll probably go as far as there, see what they look like. Anyway, I'm gonna have my lunch now, and there's actually some people coming, so it's not completely solo. Catch you in a bit. Just quickly, I don't know if you can see much. I'm in the nature reserve fence. That other side is actually South Downs Way, so I'm running along it in the nature reserve. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm thinking that is one of the barrows, which would have been an ancient burial mound. It's not marked or anything, but it's sticking up for no reason. So it's probably likely, I wouldn't like to swear to it because I might check the map, but anyway, it looks like one. So I'm thinking we probably are passing the barrows. Anyway, I shall push on. I apologise, it's constantly cutting out. I'll have to fix it later. Anyway, I looked and there isn't another path for ages, so it's this or nothing. So I'm going down. I was going to quickly, sorry, I'm just checking. So I was going to give one first score, I think, views. Now, weird, what am I going to give it? It's out of 10. There's no panoramic views except for a few little bits. Sorry, it's all covered in trees up the top. Keeps cutting out. Right, that said, it's lovely here, as you can see behind me. So views, but not panoramic. So I'm going to give it a 6 for views. God, it's cutting out. Sorry, I apologise constantly. Right, biodiversity I was going to score. Now, obviously the downside is the Graffham Down, the first bit, which was completely ploughed over, so that's a big minus. On the plus side, I'm in these woods. It's beautiful. You know, Forestry Commission doing a good job. There's also the Graffham Downs Trust that have got loads of little areas that are really well done up. So I think that's sort of balancing it out. So I'm going to give the biodiversity again a 6. So that's views and biodiversity, 6 out of 10, which brings me to a score for the solitude. That's a tricky one because obviously up on the top, on the down, I saw maybe 4 or 5 people in quite a long distance, but on the way up and now on the way down, as you'll see in this wood, give you a spin round, not a soul. So I think I'm going to have to give this a 7 for solitude. Warning, caveat, it is a weekday, so there's always a higher chance on weekends of bank holidays of someone being around. But yeah, I'm giving this a 7 for solitude. And my last one is sketchiness. Now, I'm not bashing my way through, but this isn't a path. I mean, I'm going to probably do a tick check later because I've had to sort of make my own way, even though it's marked as a path, and it is a sort of path. It's not, doesn't seem to be a officially footpath, marked footpath. No one's told me to leave. Anyway, cut it short. So I would say if you're not going off piste like me, it's pretty accessible. So I think I said I rate them 10 is like really sketchy, like bashing way through the jungle. So I do it in a bit of a reverse way. So I would say for sketchiness, this is going to be fairly low, i.e. it's fairly good for access if you stick to the main paths. Wouldn't recommend, you couldn't do it in a Motability scooter or anything. Obviously I'm not telling people with disabilities whether it's good or not. There is a little caveat there, but I would say, you know, for general width, the lot, it's not bad. So I'm actually only going to give that a 3. So I think those two total 10. So that's all the scores on the doors in. Anyway, I'm pushing on down, got a little ways to go, down back towards the car park. Catch you in a bit. Look at this. Right, I'm going to do a proper swing round. So I've come down here and then suddenly got to this gate. So that's the wood I've been going through. But this view, it's suddenly opened up. It's just beautiful. The trees, the sun glimmering off it, all the way down. I'm about to go through there. I think I'm going straight down. So I'm adding another point on for the views because this is just fantastic. Okay. I'm loving it. Anyway, I'm going to add on an extra point just to sort of combine, oh, I can see the path, just to sort of combine the solitude, because I'll be honest, apart from the bit in the South Downs, I have not seen anyone. Sketchiness, well, definitely now, these aren't paths, even if they're marked as paths, and they're definitely not marked footpaths, but I don't think I'm like trespassing. It's forestry. Anyway, if I am, then come and find me. No one will. If I drop dead, well, I've got this. Not if I'm dead. Anyway, what am I talking? I'm rambling. The gist is, I'm adding on an extra point for the solitude combined with the sketchiness, and I'm loving it. I just don't want to break too many twigs and things, but I'm loving this. So, I'll catch you in a bit. Or maybe not. Hopefully I will. Okay, back in the car. Firstly, an apology if this video has got sort of choppy videos that suddenly stop and then another one starts. I think it seems all right now. I think it's to do the settings on my camera, but it just kept cutting me off when I was videoing, so I then had to start again. So I do apologise for that. Hopefully it all makes sense and flows, even though I ramble all the time. So yeah, the score, after I added the extra point, I make it 24. So 24 it is out of 40. Sounds bad, but actually that's not necessarily a bad score. We'll have to see how it goes on. I mean, to get a 40, you'd have to be the perfect place. That's not knocking the place. 24 out of 40 is actually not a bad score, because it's putting aside the sad bit about what's happened to the Downs, Graffham Down itself, although the end, there's lots of little wild places, about 5 of them. I went through a couple that are owned by the Graffham Downs Trust. So in some ways, what happened up there with the field being ploughed prompted the trust to start up, and they're doing some really good work up there. Apart from that, it was absolutely fantastic. Even the walk across the down was brilliant. The woods on the way up and down, just empty, absolutely empty. It is a weekday. So yeah, and getting lost actually was I wasn't completely lost, because I still had a direction to go in. I swear I was walking on private land half the time. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I've got something to show you. If I can find it quickly. Found a shotgun cartridge empty, and I was like, oh my god, where am I? I was waiting for someone to go pow! Anyway, it's there was a bit that was sort of fenced off and all, and I thought, oh, maybe they do shooting in there. Anyway, I'm rambling again. So all in all, it was lovely, you know, and even getting lost, I enjoyed it. So verdict, apart from a little bit sad as to what happened, but it's happened. Super! It was great. So, oh, sorry. Catch you next time. Bye.